What is up, everybody? How is it going? Austin Prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Hope you're having a damn good day so far. It is Monday, new week, new month. It's also August, new opportunities. Let's freaking go. Today, I'm going to make this one brief, short, sweet, because I got a meeting in 10 minutes that I got to get to. Success like speed. So let's get this shit rolling. Because today, we're going to be talking about our environment and why it's everything and why it's super important for you and your goals so you're successful in them, especially as a parent. So we're going to get this thing kicked off here. I'm losing my voice a little bit today just from being sick this past weekend, so bear with me. I think it still sounds decent. So we're going to get this kicked off in 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Fit Parent Project. Hope you're having the best freaking day of your life. We're in the month of August now, as of recording this episode, and new week full of new opportunities. I hope you're embracing that mentality as well. But today, I'm going to keep this one as brief as I can because I want to talk about how, and just be straightforward with it, how important your environment is and how it is everything to do with your success. Well, maybe not everything. Like, people can succeed whenever they're in a shitty environment, but it makes it a hell of a lot harder. And so doing yourself the favor of putting yourself or opening those doors of opportunity, speaking of opportunity, like I just talked about, these doors of opportunity to embracing these and finding these environments where you can be successful. Because at the end of the day, as much as hard as it may be to hear it, who you hang out with is a choice. At the end of the day, who you hang out with is a choice, whether that be your family that is kind of like maybe just to be transparent, maybe you got some family members that are kind of shitty that you quote unquote have to hang out with, or you've got friends that you've been friends with for a long time that you feel entitled, like that you have to hang out with them, or like because you're indebted to that kind of thing, because you put so much time and effort into it, or maybe you're in a relationship that you feel like you're like indebted to or whatever because you put so much time into it. And I'm not saying from the get go to be like just be like you're not into fitness or anything like that. Get out of my life. That's not what I'm saying, because you need to have like a balance of things too. Like it's I think diversity is a good thing, especially in friendship and in goals and desires and things like that. But who you hang out with has a big impact on your success and who you are as an individual. And there's like a quote. It's like, we are the combination of our 5 closest friends or relationships or acquaintances or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I think that that's pretty true. I think it is a little bit bigger than that. But the people that you spend the most time with, right, are going to impact you the most. And so right now, you may feel like you're in a small pond in your goals. You may feel like you're isolated because you're the only one who gives a shit about, fitness or losing weight or getting in shape or working out or lifting weights or eating healthy, and I feel like a lot of people may feel like this, especially, they probably really felt like this during like the pandemic and everything, because I know I definitely felt like that, or if you've just moved somewhere new and you don't have any friends around, that kind of thing, it can be tough. It can be tough. And so you might feel like you're in a small pond right now, right? Or maybe you haven't even thought about how big your pond is, right? So maybe you haven't even thought about that, right? Like, are you in a small pond? And what do I mean by that, right? And whenever I say this, whenever I say, are you in a small pond, I mean, like, your environment, right? Is it a constrained space, right? Like, metaphorically speaking, I guess. Because I don't ever want to be the biggest fish in a small pond, right? Let me say that again. I don't ever want to be the biggest fish in a small pond. I don't want to be the best at what I do or what I'm trying to work towards, because that means I'm not growing, right? And I don't think I'll ever have to be when I'm surrounding myself by other people who want to see me succeed, who want me to reach that next level, right? And so like, there's this old saying basically that's like, a koi fish will grow to the size of its surroundings, right? As much as that, that's not totally true. I'm a former fish biologist, so I mean, there's some grains of truth to that, I guess. So I'm a little nitpicky with that quote, but you get the message. That aside, you get the message. A koi fish will grow to the size of its surroundings. So are you in a small fish tank, or are you in the big ass ocean right now? Are you always finding yourself playing small or making yourself small, or are you trying to be expansive with your goals? Are you surrounding yourself with others who always make excuses or quit at the first sign of things getting tough? when it comes to their fitness goals or their weight loss goals or whatever it may be. Let's just keep this fitness oriented. But this applies to other parts of our lives with other goals and success in general, right? Are you surrounding yourself with others who always make excuses, right? Who always bullshit themselves or quit at the first sign of things getting tough? Who always make up some sort of bullshit reason, right? And maybe they're valid too. But at the end of the day, like there's people who have valid reasons why they can't do things and yet they still show up, right? Or are you surrounded by others that genuinely want to see you succeed and prosper, right? Do they clap? When do they clap whenever you mention something that you're proud of or that you're excited about, right? It makes all the difference when your environment impacts so much in life and in your journey. Who you're surrounded by, what your environment is, because your environment is everything. At the end of the day, like who you surround yourself with is so vitally important to maintaining success long term too. And as a parent, right? And as a parent, sometimes it can be tough to feel like you're growing as a person or that you have an identity that's outside of just mom or dad or a walking napkin for your kids' dirty fucking hands, because that's how I feel a lot of times too. I'm always cleaning up fucking messes or I'm becoming the mess slowly. I'm being like absorbed by fucking sticky hands. But anyways, but that's a major reason why you need to find that next pond for yourself. Let me emphasize and say that again, but that's a major reason why you need to find that next pond, right? Or develop that next pond, or find those new friends or acquaintances or whoever the fuck you're wanting to hang out with. It's important. And I personally am so grateful for the community that I have with my own mentorship programs that I'm a part of, with my own private community, because I'm surrounding myself with a bunch of badass parents, majority-wise badass parents, who are working towards their goals, who give a shit about their fitness and nutrition. Yeah, we all fall down sometimes and stumble and things like that, but they're getting back up like nobody's fucking business. Continue to strive towards their goals, and having a community like that you can build upon. And thrive in and lean on during those tough times is so vital, and it is truly something special. And I think that a quote that I'll leave you guys with, especially as parents, just because it can be isolating to be a parent sometimes. It really can, until you find other parents that can be friends that also your kid gets along with and you actually enjoy those parents' company. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to, I've thought about this before, and I don't care. I love my kid, but I will not be hanging out with shitty parents who don't give a fuck about anything or care, that aren't in alignment with what I believe or things like that. I'm just not going to. I'm one of those people that's my time is very valuable to me, and I'm not going to waste it spending it on time with somebody who I don't enjoy being around. And if anything, if even if my kid's friends with that kid, it's that kid's probably going to turn out how that kid's parents are, and I'm not about that. I think that's okay to be able to say no and set those boundaries is important. That's a big part of having a positive environment that you enjoy, a strong inner circle. And so, one quote I kind of want to leave you guys with here is just if you're in a room with 5 geniuses, right, you're probably going to become the 6th. And I think I might have said this on a previous episode, but if you're surrounded by 5 geniuses, right, you're probably going to become the 6th genius. But if you're surrounded by 5 dummies or 5 people, and I'm not saying that you're a dummy if you don't enjoy fitness or nutrition or whatever, everybody enjoys their own thing. But if your goal is fitness or weight loss or whatever it may be, and you're around a bunch of people who don't give half a shit about that, you're going to have a hard time. Right? You're going to have a harder time than normal if your friends are always out partying and trying to pull you out to do things that you are not in alignment with your goals, truly your goals, if they are a priority, right? Versus, being around people who give a shit about that stuff. Oh my gosh, you know what's easier it is when there's not all that resistance, there's not all those things that are tugging at you, trying to hold you back from your next level version of yourself that you want to work towards, right? It becomes a lot more streamlined, more simple. It's just you're just existing around these people that want to support you, that clap and cheer for you, that want to see you succeed, right? It's way easier that way. And so in this scenario, if you surround yourself with 5 dummies, right, who don't give a shit about any of that stuff, or 5 people who don't give a shit about their health and fitness, you're going to become the 6th person who doesn't give a shit about their health and fitness, right? Because you're surrounded by their thoughts, their actions, tugging on you, putting thoughts in your head, but just by speaking and being around you, right? We absorb and ingest so much of in our day to day with who we interact with that it is very important, and your environment truly is everything. It can make an incredible impact. And so, what do you do, right? If you're in the situation where you're but I'm surrounded by all my friends who don't give a half a shit about this, Austin, or hey, all the kids that my kids' parents are friends with are are like, don't give a damn about any of these things that I care about. And that's okay. Like, you can have friends that don't like any of this shit. I have tons of friends who don't give a shit about any of this stuff. Like, I do, and I love them dearly. But I notice that it is much harder to work towards my goals or spend time with or be around some of those people at various periods of time in my life if I'm trying to lose weight, or if I'm trying to get in the best shape for summer, things like that. And so it's like, yeah, I might like I might hang out with some of my friends who are more into this stuff from time to time than in those other scenarios. And so it's okay. It's just finding a balance in life. I'm not saying you have to give up all your friends or your family or anything like that just to get in shape. I would strongly recommend against that, unless they are all like energy vampires or something. But to find what you enjoy, and find people that enjoy what you enjoy and are in alignment with what you want to achieve, and hang out with those people. And by doing that, you're going to reach your goals that much better, or that much more effectively. So find Facebook groups. Go to local groups in your area. My free group. I have a free Facebook group. Go fucking join it. Like there's go to my profile or look it up. It's the free fat loss group with prechtelevate. So just go look it up, find it, join it. We try to keep things positive in there, or whatever it is that you enjoy. Find a group that suits that. And at the end of the day, you have to go find it, though. It is not going to find you. You have to create that opportunity, forge that relationship, make it happen, because nobody else is going to do it for you unless you do it for yourself. So on that note, that's all I got for you guys today, and I hope you have a good ass freaking day, good month. Let's go. It's August. New month full of new opportunities, and hopefully those new opportunities will include you finding a stronger inner circle that and an environment that is in alignment with your goals. And on that note, I'll talk to you all later. Peace. Later, taters.